Hello everyone and welcome back to TV Dinner. On this episode I will be discussing the Season 3 premiere of Hannibal. While I wasn't as taken with the first season of the NBC drama as others were, I still thought it was something that I should invest more time in. And then the second season came around and it was immensely better. I thought that was a great season of television. And now the third season is here and proving once again that Hannibal is a series that we need to be supporting. Season 3, Episode 1, Antipasto, sets a very intriguing tone, and I only hope that every other episode in this season can keep pace with this one because it is gorgeous. In terms of style, seasons 1 and 2 of Hannibal had a very wide range, ranging from stale, almost like a morgue, to avant-garde. In the opening alone of Season 3's premiere, we have a stunning sequence, both visually and in terms of editing. Everything about this scene involves Hannibal stalking his prey. It's very reminiscent of last year's Under the Skin, directed by Jonathan Glazer. He rides his motorcycle into the heart of Paris to go to a dinner party where he's looking for a professor whose identity he wants to assume, so he kills and eats him. It sounds so dull when I explain it, but just look at the visuals. They really do speak for themselves. Hannibal truly is the hunter in the night, moving in the shadows until he finally reaches civilization where he finds his prey. The rest of the episode remains artistic, but tones it down somewhat in favor of a more cerebral experience. Although it should be noted that all flashbacks cut to a letterboxed aspect ratio, which makes the scene feel so much more cinematic. Especially the black and white scenes that show Hannibal's final days with one of his victims, Abel Gideon. In these moments, the script is razor sharp, and Eddie Izzard is a performer who takes Hannibal to the next level.
This isn't cannibalism, Abel. It's only cannibalism if we're equals.
This is only cannibalism if you eat me.
These flashbacks also act as excellent framing devices that lead us into the present time, showing us the gravity of the characters and the situation that they're in. Vincenzo Natali, who also directed the sci-fi film Splice, directs this episode with immense grace. He makes it a point to show us Hannibal in a very different setting. No longer being in America, he has to stay sharp and studious. So we see him reading up on all of these new ingredients and practices and God knows what. It's a very inward look at the character, one that I feel that we haven't seen a lot of yet. And Mads Mikkelsen, as always, is excellent as the titular character, and it is so good to see him once again embodying that role. I've complained before about how other actors on this show just don't measure up to Mads Mikkelsen, but in this Season 3 opener, his screen presence is only matched by one. And that's Gillian Anderson. Up until now, I felt like she's been giving a lot more of a supporting role, but in this episode she finally feels like she's part of the main cast. Before she was just a femme fatale in a lot of ways, but now we're starting to peel back the layers and I finally see what this character is all about. Also, look at her! Looking like the opposite of Carmen Sandiego walking down those Florence streets. Overall, I was very impressed with this first episode. The locales are gorgeous, the visuals and cinematography are arguably even more beautiful. But this season premiere does the one important thing that all season premieres must do. It leaves me wanting more. Obviously, yeah, I'm wondering what condition Will Graham, Alana Bloom, and Jack Crawford are in. But here, at the end of this episode, we see Hannibal on a train. He's traveling across the Italian countryside. Where's he going? What's he doing? Is he gonna start coming under investigation for that killing he just did? Also, we see the always talented Zachary Quinto playing Neil Frank, a former patient of Hannibal's and the victim of Bedelia's first murder. We're probably gonna be seeing more of him, and that's something to look forward to, because Zachary Quinto, y'all. But what else can you look forward to in Season 3 of Hannibal? A good bit, if you can imagine. First, there's Joe Anderson taking over for Michael Pitt in the role of Mason Verger, and then we're going to finally get the reveal of Richard Armitage as Francis Dollarhide, aka the Red Dragon Killer. Also, Guillermo Navarro, frequent collaborator with Guillermo del Toro as the cinematographer on most of his movies, will be directing a handful of episodes in Season 3 of Hannibal. Equally as exciting, if not more exciting, Neil Marshall, who directed two of the best Game of Thrones episodes in the entire series, will be directing the penultimate episode of Hannibal Season 3, titled The Great Red Dragon. So that's it for this TV Dinner Hannibal Season 3 premiere recap. I don't know if I'm going to be doing this for other episodes of Hannibal this season, but if you guys really want me to, I will try my best. But more importantly, do you guys want me to watch the new Netflix series Sense8? It's from the Wachowskis. I'm already intrigued. It's just a matter of me carving a little bit of time out of my weekend to watch a couple of episodes. I'm not a big binge watcher, but if you guys have any demand for me to watch that show, I will do it. I will sit down and tell you guys my opinion. Let me know either in the comments below, or you can hit me up on the Film Feast's Facebook page or on Twitter at The Film Feast. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of TV Dinner. I've got more episodes of The Film Feast on the way, and maybe even a video review, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next time.